The thing that we're focusing on today is running a lot of the wire for the bus. I do have a wiring diagram that I made. So with all the wiring in here, it can get kind of confusing, so I did make a drawing of everything that I'm gonna have. It's not the best drawing, but it's pretty good.
He's legit.
So, yeah, the drawing. So most of the bus is going to be run in DC, so 12 volt. I do have a lot of wire for that though. I'm going to see what I can use. Yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to actually use. This is all the wire from like the school bus lights and stuff like that. I don't think I'm going to use much of it. So we did pick up some marine grade wire. This is marine grade wire. Most of the bus will be 14 gauge and we have some stuff for 12 gauge. And from there we're just going to start running the wire. All the wire is going to start out underneath the couch itself. That is where the fuse box is, and then we're kind of just going to run them through the walls, picking the easiest path. So let's get started. The first one we're going to start with is the switch for the puck lights for the ceiling. So I'm just going to run the wire up, and then over on this side right here, cabinet's going to be here, cabinet above, and then the backsplash, we're going to have the wire or the switch right there, so that when you're leaving you can turn it off, when you come in you can turn it off, and then when you're going to bed you can just hit it right here and turn it off. So I think that's a good location, and you can start running some wire. So the difference between marine grade and regular wire is that this is marine grade. So that's the difference. We're kind of like figuring out, right now we're figuring out the layout of how many lights we need. We're going to put some lights that are be on a separate switch for the bedroom, but in here there's going to be a max air fan here, so we're going to put a light here. So we draw that out. So we'll put one, excuse me, here. The loft is going to be here, so we're not going to put a light here, but we can probably put two lights, one light here, one light here, maybe a little bit further, or just right there. Two more lights over here, one here, and one here. And then the other max air fan is gonna go right here. Yeah. Sounds good. We have the lights, the wires run for the lights in the ceiling. Those are all done. And for the bathroom, this bathroom is on the same circuit as the shower light, just so the circuit is just labeled for bathroom, shower. Those LED strips barely pull any current, so it's just going to be those LED strips, one puck light in above the toilet, and then lights around the vanity in there. So this spot over the wheel well, right next to the shower, right next to the bathroom, will be, we have 110 going up to, which will go in the vanity for the bathroom over here, and then there'll also be an outlet running off that same circuit for the plug for the washer and dryer. For right now we're not going to have a washer and dryer, so we're just going to put a outlet in there to charge the cordless vacuum. Then going to the other side here where the cabinet will be, I have 12 volt coming down for a switch that when you open the cabinet doors, lights will turn on to illuminate the closet. On this side where the cabinets are going to go for the kitchen area, we have 110. This is 12 gauge running over here for an outlet that's going to be behind the countertop for microwave, coffee maker, any of that stuff. And then we have a bunch of wires that are going to go up here, and most of them are for the cabinets, because the cabinets are going to have, you have some wires right here. So the cabinets are going to have, when you open the door, there's going to be a light in the cabinet. They're going to have LED lights where the cabinet meets the ceiling, and then underneath the cabinets, all along here, as well as the cabinets that are going above here, they will have LEDs underneath them as well. So these are all the wires that will run to the back, and then we're going to put the 12 volt fuse panel there, the 110 breaker box here, and then these are all the wires that run up to kind of like the back, and then some of them do run across on the ceiling here that need to be secured, but this is kind of the game plan of where the wires are going. Above the driver and passenger seat, there will be a 110 volt outlet and then a 12 volt outlet there. That 110 volt outlet will also feed all the way over to here for an outlet that will be used for charging laptops. And the same thing for up here, that 110 volt will most likely just be used for charging your laptops. I also have 12 volt running into this area where most of the switches will be, and that 12 volts will power the actuators. There'll be one there and one there that will lift this whole loft up. And this is the 12 volt fuse panel box. We have enough for 12 leads to go in there. So we have more than enough fuses. We just gotta make sure we're knowing what fuse to use for what wire. And now it's time to move on to, like I said, wiring the 12 volt fuse panel and then the breaker box. So all the wires are wired in. It's got this cover that goes on it here, like that. And it has labels that go all here and here. Same with the set of labels, but none of these kind of like match up with what I'm running all those wires to. So, yeah. And then we'll have a felt bottom, and this is where all the electrical will be, right here underneath the couch. So the next thing is clearing this spot out here, and this spot right here is where the 110 breaker box will be. First thing in this area, before I actually put the breaker box in, is I bought this felt, and I'm gonna cut a piece and put it down on the bottom. So now that we have that done, and it looks a lot better, we'll place the 110 breaker box here, and then we'll start just running the wires from out there to in here, and then from there into the breaker box. So everything is inside the breaker box. It's not connected to anything because I don't have any breakers. And yeah, I think that's pretty much where I'm gonna end it for this video. I didn't put any of the electrical boxes in because I'm not sure exactly where I want them to go as far as height-wise, and then behind the cabinets, underneath the cabinets and stuff like that. So I'll leave that. So this is kind of just like a rough-in of all the electrical. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next video.